Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So, today we are going to be looking at MVP. I know what you're thinking, right? If you're in the tech world or if you know lots and lots about tech jargons, you know what an MVP is all about, right? Minimum viable product. That is basically what an MVP is all about. But today we're going to be looking at two separate meanings of an MVP. According to Greg McKeown from the book Essentialism. Is a very great book. I'm going to recommend each and every one of us to grab that book and get to it. So, what is an MVP according to Greg? Hola! So, an MVP according to Greg is minimum viable progress. So, what is the least amount of progress that is useful and valuable to that project you want to undertake? What's the minimum amount of progress that is one useful and valuable to that task, to that goal you're trying to accomplish? Because at times, when we set out to do, when we have a task or have a project to do, and we look at that project in its essential value. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it looks big, it looks overwhelming, it looks very tiring. At times, we really don't want to start, but the goal is basically for us to start. What's the least amount of progress, right? What's the least amount of progress we can put in place, to actually start that project? Because starting is where the value is, starting is where the value is. And according to research, it says that progress is the highest amount of motivation that we can ever get. In among all the kind of motivation that exists, progress is the highest amount of motivation. So the key is actually to start. And when we start, it gives us that momentum, it gives us that initial to keep moving forward. And something he also emphasized in the book is that we should celebrate and recognize our little progress, our little wins, right? We should not, tackle we are chasing the big project, we're just chasing the fast goal and the fast tag all at the same time, but when we don't get to it as fast as we planned, we get discouraged, we basically get tired and get overwhelmed, but when we break down that big project, that big task into smaller bits, and we start with the least amount that we can actually start with, and once we are done with that least amount, you celebrate yourself, you celebrate the win. So that gives you that motivation, that gives you that momentum and inertia to keep moving forward. So minimum viable progress is something that we should all apply to our lives. I'm trying to apply that to my life as well. Today is actually day 80, right? So I set out a challenge for myself and said every single day for the next 100 days. So I'm starting another challenge, man. This challenge is just to keep me accountable to study every day, take personal development seriously, and just, start forming that habit. Yeah. So this challenge is going to be, reading every day and sharing one concept of what I learned or what I read. You get 30 seconds to 1 minute concept. I'm going to be shooting a video and I'm going to be posting. Today is day 80. So when you look at it, 100 days, that's 3 months plus, is a whole lot. But when you take it one day at a time, forget about the 100 days, right? So I just keep taking it one day at a time. So today is actually day 80. So 20 more days to actually complete that whole project, that whole task. So it's really, really amazing that we can apply minimum viable progress in our lives, and we'll see how fast we can achieve that big goal while starting small. So the next one is minimum viable preparation. Minimum viable preparation. So this is also very important as well. What is that least preparation that we can start doing now? What's that least preparation that we can start doing now? So there are two types basically, late and big. Yeah, we'll have a project that probably has a deadline, and we'll wait. We'll just allow time to keep passing. When is 2 days or 3 days to the deadline? It's already late, and we'll start doing everything all at once. We're running up and down, keeping late night, overworking ourselves, basically putting ourselves under pressure because we want to meet up with the deadline. We'll actually get that project done eventually, but maybe not to the best of our ability, maybe not to the best of that project, and at the end of the day, we burn ourselves out. and you don't want to do that. That's not, that's not an effective way to work. And guess what? A lot of other things are going to suffer along the line. But when we start early and small, this basically increases our productivity, and at the same time gives the project a very good finishing, from, if you are permitted to use that language, right? The project is going to be concluded on time and at the best of our ability. So when you have a project or a task, well, now I have a couple of projects I'm handling, so I'm going to be applying this principle early and small. Start early, start putting those plans together, and start executing them little by little. Before you know it, a journey of 1,000 miles starts from a single step. So thank you for joining me in today's video. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel. I'm super grateful. And I'm going to specially recommend the book by Greg, Essentialism. You need to read that book. It's really very powerful, and it's going to basically um, give you a lot of knowledge. Thank you. Till my next video. Catch ya.